I'm so excited. We ventured out to Whistler, BC today. Thanks to STORYHIVE for their support in producing this show. We're here stepping into the world of elevated French cuisine with a heartfelt twist. I'm here at the stunning new Lorette Brasserie, an intimate and elegant space that blends French fare with Quebecois influences right in the heart of the North Village. Behind this new culinary gem are two familiar names in Whistler's dining scene, Jay Paré and his nephew, acclaimed chef James Paré, the family duo behind beloved restaurants such as Quattro and Caramba. Let's go speak to them. Welcome back to another exciting episode of On Location Vancouver. I'm your host, Zara Durrani, and today we're here on location in Whistler.
That's right.
Thank you so much for having me. I have a very hospitable welcome, you know?
Yeah.
I'm so excited because this season with the show, thanks to TELUS and STORYHIVE, I've been checking out some of the top restaurants in our city and beyond, and today we're here. This is a very VIP experience for you guys because we're at a place that hasn't even opened. So I'm so happy that I get to sit here with Jay and James.
Yeah.
Gents, thank
Nice
you for
having you.
thank you for having me. I brought the sunshine, I brought the great weather.
You definitely did. Thank you.
So I would love to know, first of all, I love the name Lorette.
Yeah.
As soon as I walked in, this is my kind of vibes. I'm gonna have to show you guys my space afterwards, like my home studio where we film. It's very like the same colors, lots of gold, lots of similar artwork. Tell us about the concept. What can people expect? So this is gonna be the happening place.
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely. Newest location to Whistler. So for us, Lorette, the name came from my late mother and my grandmother, which is Jay's mother, her middle name, and Lorette was born. And so one day we're just having a cocktail and decided, wow, that's the perfect name. We've always wanted to do a French brasserie. Plays to our heritage and plays to what we love about the industry itself. The vibe is locally sourced ingredients from our Pacific Northwest, which we have a plethora of. And we're just going to try to showcase that the best way we can.
I love that. And I'll get to be the little test rabbit.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I get to be the one, okay, you know what, can I try this and all the kinds of desserts?
Right.
So I'm truly excited. How does it feel to have this place named Lorette after your mom?
It's fantastic. It's, you know, for a little history, James and I have two other restaurants in Whistler, Caramba, that we first started 10 years ago, and then Quattro we opened 4 years ago. And those were already existing restaurants in Whistler, very successful for many years. And it was really exciting for us to do our first restaurant, Caramba, together. But it was someone else's original concept. And same with Quattro, where this is our concept. This is everything we've chosen. Colors, where everything's going to go is all on our shoulders. And it's been really, really exciting. Dream come true.
Amazing. Now you've definitely been a cornerstone of Whistler's dining experience. Like, how are you feeling? Is there some pressure? Like, what are the vibes like? You know, were you like, hey, I don't know if we want to do an interview before we've opened, but you know, here we are.
We're always good to talk, yeah, we're again very, very excited about this. I've been in Whistler for 40 years. James has been pretty much 20 years all together, maybe more off and on. But so we really feel we know Whistler. We feel like we know what Whistler would like and wants, and we're super excited, and hopefully everyone's really going to come in and love our food.
So there's some classic items with some twist of Quebec, which is our influence. Our head chef Shane from Quebec. We're very fond of Quebec City, Montreal cuisine. I feel like it's some of the best in the country, and it's the vibe is what we want for Lorette in Whistler, is to kind of encapsulate that, and things on the menu like asparagus with some boiled egg and a warm brown butter truffle vinaigrette, and just these type of simple ingredients. But we're really trying to showcase the seasons as well as fava beans and asparagus and artichokes and all these items that we're having now, spring onions, these type of items. And as the menu changes and develops through the season, that's where our cuisine will change with, which is pretty exciting.
I love that.
Yeah.
And I used to live in Paris for a couple of years, and I'm going to France next month for the festival for Cannes. And I have to say, there's nothing like French food, French and Italian food. It's just like, obviously when you're in Europe, and you guys can go on these R&R trips. I've been lately interviewing a lot of restaurateurs and chefs, and they're like, we can take these vacations, and it's part of R&D,
That's what we do. It's part of what our business is, and we're lucky enough to be part of it, and we try to make it the best we can every day. And I think every ethnic cuisine has such diversity to it when you really dive into it. And speaking of French is the classic, utmost, highest quality. It's unreal. And going to somewhere like Paris is unreal. And I've been there, and what it's like to be there and to break a baguette and have a piece of cheese. You're just like, geez,
divine.
That's so
And
good.
cafe. That's why when you're like, no sugar, no milk, I'm like, no, I like to take it straight up. I like to take my coffee straight up. So is there an item on the dinner menu that really stands out for you, Jay?
Only about 99% of the menu, to be honest. I'm a massive fan of beef tartare, which we're doing on a bone marrow. It's phenomenal. I'm a deviled eggs or an eggs fan. Deviled eggs are on the menu. What else was I just saying? Créton, which is a very classic Quebec style pâté. Love it.
Or Mama Jones Coquille Saint-Jacques.
Or my mother, Mama Jones Coquille Saint-Jacques. We put that on as a homage to her. So we've been tasting food for the last 3 days with our staff and our team, and honestly, there's not one thing I've said we need to tweak or change. I'm usually not a big seafood fan. I love all the fish I've tried, all the seafood we've tried. It's been fantastic flavors.
And
really.
We can't not talk about dessert. I always say I get to go on a lot of media dinners, and I will be totally full, but there's always room for dessert.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Talk to me about the sweet things.
First of all, the sugar tart with the hay and brandy gelato is going to be outstanding. It's a classic recipe that Shane has from his grandmother. Not the ice cream part, but the sugar pie. So that's going to be obviously on the menu. Profiteroles with champagne infused or champagne saturated strawberries, and white chocolate and vanilla mousse.
Ooh
So,
la la.
yeah. So
Can you tell I'm hungry? I'm already. That's why I'm asking him about.
So there's already these sort of dishes that are coming along, and again, like I said before, with the season and when the apricots come in season, when the peaches and the tree fruit come in season, those are the things we want to celebrate.
Yeah, local ingredients, fresh ingredients.
Absolutely. We have an onion tarte tatin, so that's a savory item, but that is absolutely delicious, served with oca cheese and foie gras torchon on top of that. So it's indulgent.
Tell me about the different vibes of your restaurants. We have Lorette, we have Caramba, Quattro. Like, what are the different experiences that if you're in the mood for that? Like, I get to go to Quattro this evening, I'm very excited about that. And I'm bringing a guest who was there last night. She's like, oh my goodness. I'm like, this is great because you'll tell me what to order. But honestly, when I go, I just kind of leave it up to the chef. But for our audience who hasn't been, give us the lowdown.
Well, I'll start with Caramba. Caramba is a upscale casual, European inspired. We have a wood-fired only pizza oven. We have some phenomenal seafood and steaks. We cover all the bases. It's a high volume, high energy room, and it's a great experience. Located right in the heart of the Whistler Village. And I'll let you go with Quattro.
Yeah, just to touch on Caramba, yeah, it's a European comfort, basically. Wood burning oven, pizza oven, sourdough pizza made, commercial yeast in it. So it's fun. It's got great vibes. It's meant for everybody, families, everything. Well, all of our restaurants are really, but and it's great. It's a great place. Quattro, again, I apprenticed there when I was in my early 20s. Jay worked there as a GM for many years. We bought it in 2020. We took it over, and it was just like, wow, it was like full circle for us. So there's a lot of classic dishes that Antonio Corsi created that was part of the Quattro dynasty in Vancouver for many years. So And we just try to celebrate those items and build on it, if that makes any sense, right? So, making some fresh pasta dough, obviously doing as many products locally as we can. The same mindset, keep it simple, keep it straightforward, make it tasty, consistency.
Where does this passion for food come from? It feels like it's in the family, it's in the blood.
We just like eating. And drink, I don't know.
Love food.
Yeah.
And like you said, you're going to Paris, and if we go to Paris or Italy, we're going for work, which means we have to eat and drink our way through Italy.
Tough life.
Or France, and we just did this in Montreal. We were there last year, and we hit up about 8 restaurants in 3 days. Breakfasts, lunch, dinners, just to see what the vibe was there. Get some inspiration, and
Get some inspiration for Lorette.
For Lorette, yeah, exactly, and it's
I love the artwork you guys have here. Like it's really fascinating. So I'm always on the lookout in Vancouver for like new cafes or restaurants, and especially when they're not the chain ones. And nothing wrong with that, but I love supporting this. Like when you get to meet the owners, like they are here. They're not like on somewhere else.
Well, shout out to our designer Wade King. He's done all of our restaurants now. He did Umberto's restaurants for years. This is one of his pieces that he did himself. So there's many things that he does, and he does a lot of the work himself. So we're really fortunate to have someone that we can collaborate with and brings it to fruition, I suppose. Yeah.
You guys are really paying a lot of attention to detail. So like you said, you're a designer. I love the lettering of Lorette. I love the branding. Yeah. Obviously you're working with a designer, but did you guys have a hand in picking the font and the colors?
Absolutely.
Yeah, we him and hawed over the actual logo for a while. Obviously once we got the name down, and like I said, this was hand painted by a local artist out of Vancouver named Cody, and amazing job, absolutely amazing job.
And I feel like only if you've been to Paris and France and been to like restaurants there, you would notice something like this. It's like a very simple detail, but it reminds me, I'm like, oh, this is very exciting.
Also, all our tile work along the bar, the kitchen and the bar, which I feel is very French as well.
Exactement.
Yeah.
Exactement. I am in love with this table. It does make me think of like a brasserie kind of vibe. Like, you would have certainly more smaller, like you've been for your R&D experiences to Paris and eating in France. You do notice you will have like the metal, you'll have the solid wood. Tell me the story that we were just talking about this table that I want our audience to know.
This table was sourced out by our designer.
Okay.
And I'm not sure how he came upon it, but the story behind it was the grandmother was being moved into a home. So they were putting up for sale, thinking they would never see it again, and they were extremely happy to hear it was coming up to Whistler to come into Lorette, and so they can come and visit and have a family dinner around this table. Yeah.
And it was their main dining table for a couple decades. So kind of cool that we're able to repurpose something like that. It has a story behind it, has character. It's not perfect, and that's.
And it has that energy. I mean, for me, it looks pretty brand spanking new because I like it's like real wood.
Solid.
It's solid. That's it. That's it. I want to talk a bit about building and leading teams. You've done a lot of that work. I'd love for our audience to hear about that.
Well, building teams, it all starts with our structure of our team, our core, and then filters down through that. And we try to instill in everybody. Everyone's got a say. Everyone's got an opinion, and we just try to create a family environment. It is a family environment. They are all part of our family. We're all working together.
Lovely. Well, I'm very excited to come back and have the full Lorette experience.
We'll have you back for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
Merci beaucoup. C'est gentil, monsieur. Merci.
Merci.